Okay, y'all, so I am back with part 2 of Bel Air, season 2, episode 1, Fresh Start. Now, we're going to be focusing on the ladies on this particular video, y'all. Now, on this episode, your girl Ashley has turned 13. She is the last of the Banks children to hit the teenage status. Now, who knows if they're going to bring in, another child like they did in the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. But for now, she is the youngest Banks and she's turned 13, and they are, having her go out with style, y'all. I mean, she's having this yacht party, but all Ashley really wants is just to make sure that other people are taken care of. She doesn't want gifts. She doesn't want any of that. She wants them to donate to a good cause, and she wants them to donate to Black Girls Rock. So Ashley is definitely your young little philanthropist in the making. Now, we are going to get a bit of nostalgia when it comes to Ashley, because we are also going to get to see our original Ashley. She's going to be Ashley's teacher, and you can tell that they definitely have a bond together, and that she invests in Ashley, and that she knows that that she's definitely a rising star. She gives her this book and tells her that she might like the book. And you're going to see this young lady looking at them very strangely, like in a jealous manner almost. And I feel like there's going to be a story that comes from this. She's just kind of looking at them as she's giving her the book. So anyway, y'all, that's the biggest thing that happened with Ashley. Ashley just really wanted Will to come home. She is going to see that same teacher in an argument in the lounge room with someone. And we kind of know that there's going to be something that's going to come from this. So you can kind of see them building on the storyline from here. Now, let's go ahead and move on to Aunt Viv, because Aunt Viv had a little bit going on in this particular episode too. Now, y'all know Aunt Viv from the last episode. She received the fellowship. Now, Aunt Viv is an artist, and she is working on this fellowship, her and Reed. And oh my goodness, y'all, I don't even know if I want to see him in this particular season. There hasn't been any trailers with him in it though, so maybe he won't pop up, because y'all know Michael Ealy is always playing something crazy for whatever reason. So anyway, hopefully we might get a little peek of him. Who knows? But the whole point is that she does this magazine article, and she tells them all these good things about how she wants to help rising artists. Like, that is her goal with this fellowship. But of course, Reed sees it different. He wants to help established artists, but that's not the vision. Like, they're not on the same page. And, the young lady who's writing the article rather, is, taking all of this in, is just like, yeah, that's great. But when the article actually comes out, I mean, none of this is in it. And it's just like, boom, it's like Aunt Viv got bamboozled for for whatever reason. And it probably has to do with Reed. He probably called rank and ended up making that article all about him instead of what it should have been about. Now, we are also going to see that Jeffrey is going to stop by actually and apologize to Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil and tell them that he was wrong. He's also going to warn them that Will is going down a path that he shouldn't go, and that they really need to reel him in now, that they need to get him back into the home now. So that's pretty much everything that happened with Aunt Viv. Besides this whole episode, she was really just giving her husband the side eye when he was acting all stubborn, when he didn't want to apologize, when he was just doing too much. That's literally what she did most of this episode, was just look him upside the head. So anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and talk about your girl Hillary, because Hillary, she had a moment. Now, Hillary and Jazz have been seeing each other. We know that they have connected with each other, and she really doesn't want anyone to know about it. And I'm not really sure exactly why, this is, because she doesn't really go into detail as to why she doesn't want anyone to know about it, but she's kind of keeping it her own little thing. Now, of course, Will knows about it, but nobody else really knows. Now, she's in the house with Ivy. Now, if you remember, her and Ivy took over the house, and she's the manager of the house, but it feels like Ivy is the one that is managing the house and doing everything. She's really just using it for her own branding purposes. I mean, she has her drink there and it's like the official drink of the house, but it just pops up everywhere. And Jazz is going to give her some really good advice and tell her that she needs to say something, that she basically needs to put her foot down. Now, she does end up talking to Ivy. And Ivy is like, look, you're a boss, you know, I'm just here to help bring it out. Now, she didn't say that she was going to stop doing what she was doing. So that tells me that her and Hillary are probably going to butt heads a little bit at some point. So this is going to be interesting to see. But what would happen, one of the most interesting parts with these two is that Hillary would end up looking at Ivy flirting with Jazz. And when Ivy asked her, she was like, does he have a girlfriend, you know? And she's just like, nah, I don't think so. Like, she didn't want to say anything, but it kind of got to her seeing her dancing with him. And then when Ivy went in for that kiss, y'all, that was Hillary's point, her breaking point. And she was like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. And she just lets him know, hey, you feeling me? I'm feeling you, you know, let's do what we do. And they end up getting together and she basically calls him her man. And, you know, this is going to be cute to watch. This is going to be cute to blossom and see this relationship that we never really got to see come to pass in The Fresh Prince of Bel Air, but to see it reimagined here and to see these two together. So I think it's kind of dope, y'all. Now, one of our other ladies in the episode, Lisa would have a hard time in this episode, y'all, because her and Will have been going through it. Now, in last season, she said that it was over. She didn't want anything to do with Will. But for whatever reason, you can't help but feel like she wants to take that back inside of this episode. When Will comes to her and he tells her, you know, like, that they needed to take a break, basically. It felt like she was about to run to him and say something different, but he instead said this. So now these two are no longer together. Now we are also going to get introduced to a new character. The new character's name is going to be Jackie, and she seems to be a love interest for Will. So this is all going to be interesting to play out. So anyway, y'all, it really felt like this episode was setting up what is to come. So that is what's up with the ladies of Bel Air on this particular episode, y'all. Let me know what y'all thought about everything that went down. Is your girl Hillary going to be able to manage the house the way that it should be managed, or will Ivy continue to step in and only brand herself? And will Aunt Viv get Reed all the way together and let him know that this is her fellowship and that she's going to do it the way that she wants to do it, y'all? Now, meanwhile, y'all, if you like this video, make sure to go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to your girl channel. Now, if you missed the video where I talked about the fellas and what they had going on, then go ahead and check that out here. Until next time, guys, peace.